Well, I hope you have made it through unscathed the readings and reflections on Jesus' death. The Christian gospel is called good news not because somebody died, but rather because somebody conquered death. That same person who did suffer at the hands of humans, Jesus the Christ. And so we do well to remember that the good news of Jesus Christ does not end with Jesus' death, but rather it ends with resurrection. The idea that all things are being made new, that death is conquered, and that life is ours once again. And so we will conclude our reflections on the Gospels with just one reading, actually, and two videos related to this idea of resurrection. Resurrection is the most beautiful idea within the Christian tradition. And so with that in mind, I chose to take a few artistic selections to help you think through what resurrection might not just mean, but what it might look like in our world today. So we begin with one final reading from the Gospel of Salentiname, listening to the Campesinos talk about resurrection and what that means in their context as people who are living in a world that does not do well for them. What might resurrection look like in their eyes? And then we move on to two very brief videos. Number one, a poem by the wonderful spoken word poet Andrea Gibson. One of my favorite poems, it is Say Yes. And if you ask me what does resurrection look like today, I would mention a lot of the themes that Andrea Gibson does, but she does it in a way that few people can. So I hope you will be captured not just by the ideas, but by the emotion of this new life that she speaks of. And then secondly, a video that is not well known here in the United States came out of England called The Gospel of Us, starring Michael Sheen, who's an actor you may have seen before. But the video that you're going to watch with The Gospel of Us is essentially a very brief synopsis of the entirety of the movie, which was an act of essentially street theater. Michael Sheen and some other actors took an actual city, and over a week they reenacted the gospel as if it were taking place in their modern day city today. And so they deal with some real practical issues and things that might connect with us. But what's most important for this scene is the last few minutes where we get Jesus' death in the character of Michael Sheen, but also the resurrection. And there's this just a beautiful ending of what the resurrection means. So I hope you will catch, again, the passion and the emotion of this. This is not just an idea, but something that's meant to light a fire in us, and I hope it will light a fire in you as you think about the power and potency of the resurrection, not just 2,000 years ago, but for our world today.